Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome. I am the Organizer Advisor, here to help you enhance your happiness and transform your life. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to give a special warm welcome to all of my new friends, followers, and subscribers. I'm so glad you're here. If you're just joining us, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Lisa Winfield. I'm a professional organizer. I am a former owner of a professional cleaning service, and I am a certified life coach. I like to call myself a life enhancement coach because my goal, my passion, my purpose is to help you enhance your happiness. And we do that through what I call the Transformational Organization process. And this is a scaffolded step-by-step system where we transform your life in 30 days. And we're already over the halfway point. So grab your hydration beverage or your cup of coffee and let's have a sip and a sit while I talk you through today's TOGAs. Beautiful friends, I just heard a question. What are TOGAs? So if you're new, TOGAs are today's organizational goals and activities. And each day we take one TOGA from each of the 5 components of my organizational process. That is our document organization, our wardrobe restructuring, our organize to utilize, every nook and cranny cleaning using the compass rose strategy so we don't get overwhelmed, as well as our daily health and beauty routines to help us look and feel our best. So I invite you to join me in our daily TOGAs to help this scaffolded step-by-step process towards sustainable, life-enhancing change. So let's talk about today's TOGAs, day 19. This is Monday, so we'll talk about some of the things that we do each Monday, but I want to talk to you about document organization first because we're going to implement a new strategy. We're going to create a new storage device, which I know is going to be incredibly helpful for you. For our document organization TOGA today, we're going to gather together, go through, group, and create a storage system for all of our instruction booklets and manuals. Now, these things don't work well in a traditional filing system with file folders. The weight of these books will sit in that file folder and it's going to slip down underneath all the other file folders because of the weight. And then you'll go to look in your filing system and you won't even see the file folder at all. You're going to get frustrated because you know it's there. You can't see it because now it's hidden up underneath all of those other file folders. So I use an accordion file. Now I've talked about this in my preview, and if you look on the playlist on the YouTube channel, Document Organization, you're going to see a video that talks you through creating your accordion file for your instruction manuals. I throw in a bunch of tips and really strong suggestions that are going to help you create a robust, effective organization system for these, and I'm going to give you some tips that are really going to pay off. So I invite you to check out that video as well as some of the other videos on my YouTube channel. That is where everything is archived. But check out that video if you want more information. Otherwise, just gather your booklets together, maybe categorize them. One tip I'm going to mention here, but there's lots of other tips on that video, so I don't want to give it all away. Make sure you staple the receipt to the inside of the booklet and write your serial number on the booklet. If there's a recall, that serial number is going to be really important to know if your item is affected. And also, the receipt is your proof of purchase and date of purchase. So if your item does not work or you have an issue with it and your store return policy has already expired, your manufacturer's warranty period may still be in effect. So you're going to want to be able to contact them, and that receipt is going to have your proof of purchase and date of purchase. Plus, you're going to already have that serial number. That's going to pay off big time. I have 2 accordion files, one for my indoor items like my personal care appliances, my kitchen appliances, my HVAC system, all of my home care appliances. But then I also have one for my outdoor items, and this is going to be my lawn tractor and all my power tools and things that I'm going to use outdoors. I can keep it out in my garage or in my laundry room, but then the household one, I have all of those booklets where I can find them, especially when I need them. Plus, with the weight of this, you really want to have a durable accordion file, and this one I have used literally for decades. So I would invest a little extra money on a super sturdy one. All right, that's our document organization for today. Instruction manuals, creating an accordion file for your instruction manuals. All right, let's move on to organize to utilize. Organize to utilize and our every nook and cranny cleaning, again, are dovetailed together to make this system the most effective and we reap the maximum benefit. So today for our every nook and cranny cleaning, we're going to start in a new room. We're going to start in the living room or family room, whichever you have. Remember, we start with the ceiling. We want to remove all of the dust and debris, dander, and dog hair off of that acoustical texture so that it doesn't become activated in our breathable air. And we want to pay particular attention around vents and ceiling fans. So I put on eye protection. I have a face mask that I use. You can use a breathing mask, head covering, and cover anything in the room. You don't want all of that dust and debris. Now, particularly electronics, and that's going to be our Organize to Utilize today. But we want to sweep that ceiling, and then we're going to clean the ceiling fan or the light fixture, and then we're going to use our compass row strategy where we focus on one wall a day. That's all we're doing today. So today's wall is the north wall. So we're going to clean everything on the north wall. Now, the thing I wanted to incorporate into our Organize to Utilize is the electronics. This is your TV, your audiovisual, gaming systems, all of those. I would cover those when you sweep the ceiling and then make sure they're unplugged and they are cooled off. It's really important that they're cool before you start to clean them. And then I use canned air to clean out any of the vents or ports, and then you can clean your electronic. That way, all of that dust and debris is not going to get in there. So that's our Organize to Utilize, as well as our every nook and cranny cleaning, electronics, audiovisual, gaming systems, and the north wall. Now, if you have upholstery, curtains, windows, baseboards, woodwork, storage devices, all of those get cleaned and then finalized with the flooring. And then that is our cleaning session for the day. Gives us that sense of completion, as well as helps us maintain our motivation. Now let's move on to our wardrobe restructuring. Now, we have already created that calm, cohesive, color-coded closet, and now we're working on just systematically kind of wearing our garments, making sure they're in good wearable condition, that they are laundered, there's no stains, the zippers work, all the buttons are there, and that they fit and make us feel fabulous. Also, make sure that you accessorize for that professional pulled together look. Now, I use a laundry system, and I know you've heard this before, but for the new members, I'd just like to say I have a system so that I can do my laundry during the week, and that way on weekends, my goal is to help you preserve your time off for you. So I have a cleaning routine where I work during the week, cleaning my home, and then I do my laundry in small little manageable segments. So at the end of the week, I'm done. And I'm not trying to catch up all those piles and mountains of laundry and trying to clean the whole house in a weekend. That's how you get burned out. That's how your nervous system gets overwhelmed. And that is going to lead to frustration, depression, overwhelm, and a sense of hopelessness. I have been there. So keeping your time off dedicated to your health, well-being, cultivating joy, family time, doing things you love, that is so beneficial for your health. So I wear on Mondays reds, pinks, oranges, or yellows. I ask my family to do the same thing. So that way, at the end of the day, while I'm cooking dinner, everybody's got their shower, I can take all of those clothes, they're all similar colors, I can throw them in the laundry, and then after dinner, I can put them in the dryer, fold them, everybody can put their clothes away, and I'm done with that color for the week. So that's just a suggestion. All right, let's talk about our daily health and beauty routines. This is my favorite part. Self-care is healthcare. Let me say it again. Say it with me, please. Self-care is healthcare. Just think about that. Taking time to take care of your body, to take care of your physical and emotional well-being, to eat right, to exercise, to hydrate, to meditate, or take time for stillness, all of these things are going to actually act as a healthcare regimen for you. Self-care is healthcare. Now, today is Monday, and generally on Monday, I get out my facial beauty basket or bin, the one we created with all our personal care products, and I give myself a facial, and I include all of my facial devices, such as my red light mask, my microcurrent, my guasha stone, my jade roller, any device that you have, a cupping, you can do some dry brushing, whatever devices that you have, personal care devices and facial products, facial and skincare products. These are the things that you want to incorporate into your day to day. Now, also, you want to exercise. Now, gosh, we're up to 25 minutes. We're almost at 30. Now, I recommend walking because walking has a great benefit for reducing cortisol, blood pressure, stress, and insulin. So that's a win-win because that's going to help manage your weight, and it's going to help with insulin resistance. If you're over the age of 60 like I am, your insulin sensitivity reduces as you age. And so you become insulin resistant. And then that can lead to metabolic syndrome, which can be high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high glucose. And then that creates a plethora of problems in your health and well-being. So if you want to walk, I suggest walking 15 minutes after your main meal and then 15 minutes in the evening. This is going to help burn that glucose off. So if you eat a big lunch, walk for 15 minutes after lunch, and then after your dinner, go for a walk in the evening. Go out and watch the sunset. Take your dog for a walk. Go play with your kids. Burn off that glucose that has been activated by your meals. That's going to help with insulin resistance and glucose control, and it's going to actually help with your weight reduction. All right, we're going to hydrate. Make sure you're hydrating appropriately and enough for your body. Meditate, taking time for stillness to calm our nervous system. Getting out of the flight or fight sympathetic nervous system and transitioning our bodies back into our parasympathetic rest and digest. This is going to reduce cortisol, which also reduces your insulin. Then do some breath work. That also helps to regulate your nervous system. Eat clean. Nourish your body from the inside out. Take vitamins and supplements if you have them and you subscribe. If you believe in taking vitamins and supplements and you already have them, then I take them, so I don't advise, but I suggest. And then sprinkle in a little bit of gratitude. Gratitude releases dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin in your brain. These are feel-good brain chemicals. It gives you a sense of well-being, but it's like glitter for your soul. So give some time to vitamin G, gratitude, and you're going to feel so much better at the end of today. Thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. As we are counting down the days now, we will be 2/3 of the way through tomorrow on day 20. So I look forward to seeing you then. And until then, my beautiful, beautiful friends, be well.